Happy Sunday, y'all. It's 3 o'clock and we just made our way out to the garden. I didn't think we were going to get a garden update today because we have been inundated with rain since, I want to say Friday night. Today's Sunday, yeah, 3 o'clock. It started getting really heavy yesterday and it just ended probably 30 minutes ago. And we had a little change of plans. I'm going to walk y'all around and see what I've been able to do. But the main thing we're working on is moving water. Now, when I turn you around, you'll remember last year we were going to put a sump pump in towards the corner of the garden. Well, since these beds only have this year left, because remember, we are getting 3 growing seasons out of these beds that Buddy built with free material. Other than the screws and the labor, this was free. And we knew that we were only going to get a couple of seasons. Well, this will be the 3rd year, and we've elected when we do tear these down, we will go with straight mineral tubs unless we come up with something else. But 3 years, free material, I'd call that a blessing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to let Buddy explain, and then a lot of you that's been around, you'll understand where the problem was and what we're doing to hopefully correct the problem. It's some hard work, guys. Okay, let me show y'all from this side. Hang on a minute. All right, this is what we've been working with. Now, how deep was it, Bud, from this corner across?
It was 3 inches at the corner, and right over here is probably about 6 inches right here. So I have taken this box out, and I'm gonna cap the ends of it, make another walkway, put a little gate on it eventually when we get all this finished. But the problem being is all the water come from behind her. This all is a gradual uphill. So right now what we got on black here is probably 80 foot wide and probably I'm gonna say 80 foot deep.
So it's 80 by 80.
Yeah, so that's a gradual climb. You know, the base of the garden started like 50 by 50. Then we went out to the greenhouses and all the way out past the muscadines and all the way out back past the strawberries. Now we've got a blueberry patch going behind that. All of that from the top of the hill there comes down this way. Well, I didn't take the time, really didn't have nothing to do with, and honestly, God didn't really even think about it when we put this in. When we set these boxes on this ground cover, this was actually level, but you see now how it's humped up because of all the little moles digging it, getting it loose. Well, when this was all here and all the weight on it, it sealed it off. So all that water came from up there and stood right here. About 8-10 foot over that way and all the way to that corner, all the way to about where she's standing. It would just be, it was standing water.
I'm what, about 10 feet from you?
You're probably 12 foot from me. And it would take, after a rain, it would probably take a good 3 days to get it going. And we, the fault is I talked about putting a sump pump in, then you got to worry about it getting stopped to electric and all that. So we just decided to take this one out. Let's get the ground cover back. And right now I've got a ditch running here. It's a natural fall going out the front yard. So what I'm doing is I've got it to fall this much and it's down to this one little hole here. But the problem is when it's wet and you're walking through it, right there has trumped out, kind of just left a water hole. So I'm gonna dig a little bit more, get it down just a hair where it'll be just below this surface level. And then I'll have to just pump this out and I'll have to backfill this to smooth it out with some dirt where it'll be flat and not be a hole. If not, I'll have a ditch out here. You can see I already got about 5-6 inches right here. And with this hole, I may have to go all the way up to the rim of the shovel, and then you're gonna have to widen it out so you don't fall in it and break a leg. That way I can cut the grass and all, smooth it, taper it, make it look good. But I'm just gonna have to backfill that area with some dirt, then put the ground cover back on it, put a patch over the seam so the lovely weeds and grass don't come through it.
So you elected not to take this box out.
Yeah,
you were going to take 2.
I was going to take that one out. But when I got to looking at it, this was the worst hole. And everything else, I took it out first to run the water. I said, well, if all that water will run back this way, then I'll leave this box. And it did. I mean, it naturally fell, and all of this fell all to right here. So if I can smooth that out and just get this ditch tapered off and look good where you can cut it, then I'll just put the ground cover back out to here and cover this hole up, cap the ends, put a little gate on it.
And we're doing this before we fill up these raised beds.
Yeah.
But this has got to be done regardless. But these beds, I told them this is our last season to grow in them.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go. They've held up good. This is what, 2 years?
No, this is our third season.
Third year with the beds.
Third season.
So they make this season, that'll be about it, because they're starting to get real thin at the bottoms on the edges, and basically rotting them from the inside out, of course, because all the moisture stays right
Well,
on top
actually,
of it.
I'm fibbing a little bit. The first year we only had one side ran.
Yeah,
the second year,
section
which
right
was
there.
last year, we had the full wrap. So really, about 80% of the garden, this is only our second season.
And you can tell the ones that were first years, because that's the one I had to put all the boards and patches in.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over there and show them.
Anything that was underneath the dirt, touching the ground, it's not gonna hold up. You'll keep doing it for the rest of your life.
Right.
So
So we got a year to
We're gonna
decide.
go with the buckets and timbers.
Yep, that's what we think. We think that, let me show y'all. The timbers and these mineral tubs is what we're gonna actually frame the garden with. We got a whole year to gather more, but guys, I can reach these. I can individually tend to whatever vegetable is growing, and this is the route that we're gonna take. Then we don't have to worry about replacing beds. Metal beds would be great, but the height that I'm gonna need to comfortably garden, it is so far out of budget. I just scratched it off our list. Now that's just for us. That doesn't mean for
The easy thing
y'all.
about these is bucket bust, you take it out and put another one in.
Yeah.
I mean, you can build them timbers. You got all the way to this in here.
And I'm not prejudiced to
This
color.
is
I
tied
don't think
to the
they're green
timbers.
or what.
I mean, so this here's tied
Yeah,
to
let me
the
show
timbers.
him. Yeah.
So basically, we can do the same thing we done on the tomato bed. You come off the timbers and frame up. If you want to put shade cloth or whatever, you can do it with the timbers, because you're gonna have the weight of all this dirt sitting on it. And if you ain't got nothing but shade cloth on it, nothing that like a parasail to catch wind, it'll hold a lot of wind to stay there. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, when it's windy, that don't even move, because there's nothing really to catch wind. All it does usually is blow the sweet gum balls
Oh, let
off
me
of
show
it.
them this. Yes, these are going bye-bye, guys.
Yes.
That's useless. I have to step over them. You can't grow in them. They're too narrow. Width-wise, they don't have enough depth. But hey, I tried last year because it was free wood. But these are going bye-bye, and we will recycle this dirt.
I don't want to go too deep, because then we're gonna have a massive ditch out in the yard.
I don't want
it to where
that.
I can taper it, and it looks good, and you can mow, get the grass back in.
Yes, I know. We garden and all, but we like a pretty yard. It's just how we roll. All right, let me show y'all. Let me grab my coffee. I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to show you what I've been able to plant. And this is over 3 days, guys. We run out when the rain stops. And it's starting to cloud up, so I think it's going to rain some more. So I'm going to turn you around. We've not done much. And then I'll show you how he has fixed the beds to get another year growing. What I put here, remember we had watermelons. And they did okay last year. And then all of a sudden the heat just split them. So we got another plan for watermelons. But I put those lantanas in here. And he did come up about 1 inch in these pans to drain the water. But they're still holding.
I still don't think it's gonna be enough.
No,
It's have to go lower.
he's going to have to go lower because I don't want him standing in water. But I did do the lantanas here. And I did take my walking onions out of the corner of a bed. And I have 2 of these pots, and I split them up, trimmed the tops. So now I have 2 designated large pots for my walking onions. And I did plant in the swimming pool again. I just love this little swimming pool sitting here. I have Sweet Williams, and I do have Well, I'm trying to think, guys. Sweet peas are in the center and Sweet Williams is around the edge. It was sweet something, y'all. See what it is? I ain't had my afternoon coffee. I got a half a cup with a fly sitting in it. On this corner of the bed, walking into the garden, I did direct sow my dahlias and some zinnias, just like I did last year. We haven't filled this side in yet. We're working on the beds here. This is where my green beans are gonna go. And we didn't get them filled. But this is where I was talking about it was caving, and this is what he did to give it some support for this season's growing. But all the way down is going to be our green beans. Our 2 boxes of Pontiac red potatoes, they all done well, except I'm missing a spot right here. So I don't know what happened there. But I left them low enough in the bed so I can backfill. But that's Buddy's Pontiac Reds. I finished the mint bed. We have apple mint in the middle. There's Moe's spearmint. But look right here. Buddy found pineapple mint. Look at the leaves. And smells just like a pineapple. Now that I cannot wait to put in my water. Moe's lemon balm. Now guys, let me tell you something about this lemon balm. We have looked and looked. Now remember, I seed started. They are coming up. But if it had been a snake, it would have bit Buddy and I. We have looked at this same place for lemon balm 4 different times. Yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. It was just sitting right there and had been there. So we laughed at our own self, but Moe's got his lemon balm. Okay, remember this is the oregano and the lemon thyme, and the one that I did purchase and planted with you guys, what, last week? Yeah, because there's Moe's bird rock. You know, I mean, it's doing good, but it didn't die in all the storms. And this is what's left to do today, is add the pine straw. Yes, we have the pine straw, but we haven't been able to put it out. But hopefully we can get over here and get this pine straw put in with these strawberries, because we do have a frost coming, guys. Not what I wanted to hear, but we do have a frost. And now I want you to look at this hot mess. This is those onions. And I'm fixing to sit down with a little chair, and I'm fixing to go through and clip them, because they have gone crazy laying over, and you don't want that. But they are Cadillacing through here. I mean Cadillacing. They took a beating with this rain, but that's what I've got to do, is get them trimmed. And just like that, they all got a haircut. Oop, but I missed one. So let's go up in here together. Snip, snip, snip. Well, what I'm trying to grow is onion bulbs. I'm not trying to grow onion tops. And these had reached about 14 inches, 12 to 14 inches. So what that would tell me, and this is just my opinion, that as they start growing, turning yellow, laying over, then that's going to tell the bulb that it has completed its course, which is not true. So by taking a lot of the energy off of the green onion tops, it's going to push energy to the bulb. And yes, I did fertilize these with the 511 this morning before the second band or third band, I can't remember, came through. But that is why I like to cut them about the 3rd week. Oh, I missed one here. And then the energy goes to the bulb. Here's our 2nd round of starts. And as far as you can see, now there's no heat mats on these, guys, but there is the light. I'm gonna kind of go slow through here. Remember, I thought I had a problem with my seeds, but we know where the problem was. So I said, I'll just do 2 seeds. Well, looks like I had 100% germination. Now I've got to come in here and do a little bit of watering. This is some zinnias, marigolds. What is this one? Let's see. Those are the marigold white. So, not 100% germination, as you can see, but then some are. I've got some patty pan here. This is all the squash and zucchini. Let's go from a top view all the way down. Let's get this on out of here. So we'll do a quick scan all the way down. I'm fixing to water them. And there is 2 peppers here that Buddy did purchase to do a, I don't know what you want to call it, but these are the, oh no, I'm wrong. These are the cool jalapenos he felt. I was looking for these hot peppers. Bud, what are you doing?
They right here. Nope. Where did we put them?
Tell them what you're doing to some workers.
Well,
I don't know what you did.
I got a
with them.
couple of workers that she made some hot sauce with for, you know.
And they
and
loved
it. Was good. They loved it. They said, "Can you get us some a little hotter?" We'll fix them up this year. I got some ghost peppers.
2 of them.
And I don't even like hot peppers so much, so I must have put them out of the way. But they in here somewhere.
But now they will be planted an acre over,
yeah,
all by themselves.
We're gonna put them all by themselves, away from everything.
And he wants me to make them some hot sauce.
Yeah, they gonna get some. Here they are right there.
That's what he got them, y'all.
We'll get them
I don't even know if it's clear. I guess it
ghost.
Is. So yeah, we're gonna pull a good one on them, a real good one. So I'm gonna water these. They're dry, and then I am gonna get back to doing something because I think it's like what 4:30 or 5 now, every bit of it. And so I think we're gonna probably shut it down. We didn't get a lot done. The main thing was trying to get that water to run off. But yeah, all my seed starts are doing good. I am a month, 5 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks behind. But hey, that's okay. We all can confirm when you take a lazy way out, it'll bite you in the butt every time. And I didn't boil my seed start stuff, but I learned something. Oh, I'll have to show y'all when I go back out to my garden shed next week. I got a gift in the mail, y'all. I was tickled pink. So I'll have to share that with y'all. But I don't have to deal with no junk no more. I got hooked up, guys. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I'll see y'all in the kitchen the next video. We got cooking to do.